So while this plays in the background, I'm going to give a brief little intro. I mean, obviously this isn't part of the video, but just want to say a few things before I actually got started. There will be spoilers in this, so if that bugs you, come back to it later once you finish the game. Most of the fights will be in real time. There are a few that I wasn't able to get in real time, but the best ones I was able to capture, so that's the good news there. If there's one reason or another, early game vanishing powders weren't really a thing, so that made it tough for that. And then others, no matter what, like, it seemed to be that if you're scripted to be in combat no matter what, if like there's aggro, so there was just no way to get out of some of those. I also didn't include fights that were outright scripted, so like for example, Arena or Core Tech Warehouse, etc., stuff like that, where you're going to come across it naturally, and not necessarily with this video. A lot of these encounters you will not come across naturally without some sort of prior knowledge. There's a couple where it could happen, but for the most part, you kind of just figure it out by experimenting. There will be a part 2 of these series. I mean, it's not going to be a series, it's just going to be 2 videos, but it'll include DC Expedition, and if there's any fights that I had missed. So this will just get us up to the shortest, and then yeah, we'll just see how that goes. If I need to include them, I will later. So thank you. Just real quick, I wanted to mention that the reason there's only one is I just had really bad RNG. Typically there's more, so I would include those, but I mean, it's just incredible that I only managed to get one Bladeling out of all of these veins, and I think all of them had respawned at the time. Just want to round out the video by saying that a lot of these are actually pretty practical. SGS versus the Rathound for an early tac vest and a gun, Crawler versus Looney to thin out those numbers. Grover versus Tressa, I mean, a lot of people will run into that anyways. The thing is, a lot of people think that you need to pass the intimidation check for that to work, but what you can do is intimidate, beat down Grover for a little bit, and you know, as long as you don't kill him, you get him to a low enough life, he will still do the whole Tressa fight. So I mean, that is huge in the early game. I mean, I've seen lots of players very experienced and not even know about that little tiny trick. That's a pretty decent game changer in the beginning. This is all fun for me, by the way. Like, I'm not doing this to blow up, obviously. This is a very obscure CRPG. Not very many people are playing it. And that's, I mean, obviously not a dig on the quality. It's an amazing game. But I would love to hear more feedback if there's any suggestions on ways I can make the videos better. My editing software is kind of crappy, but it gets the job done, I suppose. Or if there's any suggestions on what videos to do next. I'm also open to challenges. I'm thinking about doing an Iron Man run in a couple weeks. I have a vacation actually in March, so I was thinking I might try doing Iron Man. We'll see what happens. But thanks for watching.